I mean, I think the lighting just went out.
Yeah.
I'm accepting this happening right now, just like our visas.
I'm joined with GoldenGlue during Media Day for World 2025. GoldenGlue, how you feeling being at World Zoom Media Day, getting ready for the championship?
I'm feeling good. Still a little jet lagged. I think we arrived a bit later than I would have liked. So we're still just trying to get adjusted to our sleep schedules and just making sure that we're in the best states to have the best peak performances. So yeah.
Yeah, let me ask about that. I saw that not just you, but I think VKS also had this problem where they just came very late, and you have media day, you have like all this other stuff that you have to do. You don't really get too many scrims. I saw FlyQuest; they just went to Korea while they were waiting for their visas, and then they went from Korea to China. Was that something that you guys considered doing but weren't able to, or is that something you didn't think about? Or
Yeah, I think we were misled a little bit on how the whole process was going to go and how early we were going to be able to get our visas back. I think in hindsight, I definitely wish we did it the FlyQuest way. I think they did it pretty well, where they went and boot camped in Korea for a week, got their visas there. I think our situation was a little bit more complicated because River had to go to Korea. Um, I don't exactly understand the implications why, but something about maybe having the military soon and his visa. And they're also, it's like a golden week or like a holiday in both Korea and China, so it delays everything even further. Um, so yeah, I definitely do wish that we did it differently, but we're still gonna obviously try to do our best. And it has been pretty hard to get scrims in with having to do some kind of media day, tech check, some kind of thing every day since we're here. But you know, I just want to, try to show up and do our best on the big stage.
how do you keep like the team like focused when there's so much, like you said, the visas didn't go the way that you thought, and then turns out he did have to go, and then you have a player that's like somewhere out. Like, how do you keep everything in check and try to have your best form possible?
Yeah, I mean, I think it has been kind of honestly pretty difficult. I think the thing that you have to do is try to get everyone just to acceptance of this is what the situation is. This is why the way it is the way it is. But even the why doesn't matter that much. Like we just got to do with what we can now, and just getting to that phase. And I think we are all aware. Like we have less scrims than the other teams, and we have a little bit less information on this patch. So we're going to need to be doing different things. I think like watching more VODs, kind of playing more solo queue, trying to find out informations in different avenues. Um, but it definitely is a challenge.
And how is it like? It's probably a little bit different as well as a coach because you're not the one that's like actively playing. You're a lot of times sort of like a bystander, especially when they go onto stage. You can only stand there and like cheer, right? And we see your facial expressions and your actions. You're usually very animated. But yeah, how do you deal with that, like personally, from a personal level as a coach?
Um, I mean, I think the lighting just went out.
Yeah.
I'm accepting this happening right now, just like our visas. Should I wait to continue?
If there's no one around you, we can just continue.
I think everyone's looking around like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
No, you're good. Yeah, yeah. They'll figure it out soon,
Yeah.
just like our visas, hopefully.
I mean, you can keep going. You don't have to wait for them.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, shit, where were we at?
I was asking you, like, on a personal level, as like a coach and not a player, how do you deal with that?
Honestly, it's kind of tough. It's kind of like it feels like watching your kid struggle because they're not set up in the right situation. Like we didn't do it properly. I think there's a lot of learnings to be had from um how this process went, and I am just thinking about that for future events. But at the same time, I don't want to hamstring them and be make them not confident in themselves because all you need to do, like it all comes down to who just plays better on the day. And sometimes, any amount of practice doesn't really change that. Even if it's only just like 1 or 2 days of practice, it doesn't necessarily change who's going to be in the best form on that day. So it is a tough balance, but I think we've been just trying to be very intentional with the champions were practicing and the games we're playing and trying to get the most out of the little we have been able to get.
Speaking of like best form and being the best you can, you playing the best league that you can on the day. You were in Europe for Worlds last year. You made it to Worlds. And one of the things that ended up happening was it felt like players sort of shrunk rather than grew or like rose up to the occasion on stage. And it's been a narrative for a couple of the 100 Thieves players, you know, like, hey, they kind of choke on stage or they don't play as well. How do you take that experience from the first World Championship that you went to now the second World Championship with like the core of this roster? And I mean, this time it's not even on a bigger stage.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I think all the players are, you know, subconsciously thinking about uh I mean, I think they're aware of what people say about them and the narratives that are out there. Um, but I think that how do I phrase this? I don't think they're letting the past experiences affect how they're going to perceive their own um, performance going into this big stage. And I think honestly, if anything, you can use it as a buff being the underdog. I think a lot of people don't expect us to play very well at this tournament. They don't expect us to be able to win versus a lot of the teams here. So I think trying to get them into that underdog mentality, kind of the world is against you, I think is a very powerful messaging. And alongside that, also letting them know that I do believe in them. I do think they can win, despite what the world thinks, and I think they should believe in themselves and believe in each other. You know,
So like, how are the vibes on the team? Because it seemed like when I think was it FBI who said this on pros, or is like when our vibes were bad, we were the worst team. When our vibes are good, we made it to the finals. So
yeah. I mean, I think our vibes are typically pretty good. I mean, I think that we're able to turn around like from seventh place, eighth place to the top, and I think that um, we're all very much enjoying the opportunity to even be here at World. So I think the vibes are good, and we are aware that we're the underdogs, and we're kind of owning that and enjoying that. And I would say, yeah, I mean, there is a increased intensity that you get when you go to Worlds. So there is a bit, definitely a bit more pressure, a bit more stress, but I think we're still just here enjoying the process.
all right, what's like in your opinion? This is kind of simplifying it a lot. But what's one thing that 100 Thieves needs to do well in order to like have a good performance on the World Championship stage?
I mean, the first thing that pops up in my head, and in order to have a good performance, is we need to show up. We need to show up on game day. I think, like you've mentioned before, sometimes that has been a problem that we've had on important days that we just didn't show up to close to our 100%. Um, so I think that at the end of the day, like we just have to show up. Yeah.
Lastly, here, could you give some words to the North American fans? I know there was a lot of love for you guys in Texas. I think you said you're from Texas as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I think just in general, the community has rallied behind, one last heist, and now you're at Worlds. So the heist continues. So if you could give some words to all the fans.
Yeah, I just want to thank all the fans who were supporting us out in Texas, who've been supporting us from their homes and been supporting us on, Twitch, YouTube, whatever you're watching. I think this has been a really special run for all of us, and I think we made it a lot further in this last dance than a lot of people would have thought. And I'm hoping we can continue that narrative and do more than what everyone is expecting out of us. So thank you again, and we'll do our best.
All right, thank you for the interview. I know you had a long day and long week. Good luck.
Cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Peace. Oh, now the lights are back on. I
Yeah, of course.
feel like I could have done a little bit better on that interview. I was quite exhausted. I am quite exhausted. It is around 5 a.m. Like I was hoping to have a little bit more energy. I even got myself an energy drink, and I don't usually drink any energy drinks or any caffeine. But I like it was just funny with the lights going down as he was saying, like, yeah, we just have to face whatever adversity, and then the lights go off, and he was like, well, I'm facing this, like we faced, the visa issues. So it sounds like it was especially bad for 100 Thieves compared to like even FlyQuest and like VKS. So I'm just wishing them luck. Like again, we're North American fans. Doesn't matter that I'm a Shopify fan. Like today or during Worlds, we are North American fans, and I want to see Golden Glue do well. And I'm glad that he was. They came, they did the media day, and I think I'm not sure if he said it or if Ayla was the one that said it. But like yeah, they're gonna go home and they're gonna scrim. So good luck to them. I hope that everyone's cheering them and send them some words of like positive energy because like that stuff does matter.